Shalom, shalom. I'm Kaya from GMS Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. First, I want to give his all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Raha Hadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us this truth, according to 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17, giving them brothers double honors. I also want to say shalom to the Akwath and the Akim that are listening. Once again at the plantation, so hopefully you're able to hear me because it can't be loud in here. But anyway, there's some things going on in Arizona here. Our governor, what is his name? Doug Ducey signed in a legislation banning the study of teaching of the critical race theory in Arizona schools. So you think about it. Esau Edom is at it again. Wanting to hide the truth of all the wickedness that they did and that they continue to keep doing. Back in the past, all the killing and raping and all the stuff that they did, to the people of the tribe of Judah and to the tribe of Gad and the tribe of Issachar and the Levites and Benjamin, of course. All the things they did, they try to sweep it up under the rug. But, just thinking about this, I want to go into a few scriptures, and see what the scriptures say. The first scripture I want to get is Psalm 74, verse 23, and let's see what it says. So once again, this is Psalms 74, verse 23, and it says, "Forget not the voice of thy enemies, the tumult of those that rise up against thee increases continuously." So what are they trying to do? They're trying to rock the baby back to sleep. They don't want to talk about it. They want to hide it. They want you to forget about what they did to us in the past. Because they want to sit and say, well, it's not like that right now, which is a lie. We still gun downs in the street. Our people still live in the hood, in the barrios. When you think about it, we're the last ones hired and the first ones fired. And they want to talk about equality. There is no equality in Esau's kingdom, and it never will be. We're not going to get anything until we get into the kingdom. Let's get another scripture. Let's get Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10, which warns us again of this devil. And that's Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. And let's see what it says. And this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. "Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." First and foremost, what does it say? Never trust thy enemy. Means no matter what he says and what he does, he ain't nothing but a liar and a killer and a murderer. That's all Esau Edom is. Let's read verse 11. "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away." See, the scripture tells you in twofold. What does it tell you? Take heed of him. Beware of him. Goes right back into Habakkuk. That his soul is not upright in him. So speaking of Habakkuk, let's get one more scripture. Let's get Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. And this is what's happening even now. And this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. And this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. And it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskins be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." And that's what's happening right now. Shame for glory is happening here in Babylon, aka America. They're being outed for all the wickedness that Esau has done. And all Esau is trying to do now is bury it. Oh, to get over it, let's not talk about it. We're going to make laws and mandates stating that you can't talk about the racial situation or all the wickedness that Esau has done to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's get another scripture. Let's get Psalms 58, verse 3, to prove that this man ain't nothing but a liar. And that's going to be Psalms 58, verse 3. And this is Psalms 58 verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Now that's the funny thing about Esau Edom. All he do is speak lies. But then sometimes he'll give you some truth mixed in with a bunch of lies. You know, because that's how Esau Edom works. Treachery, conniving, sneakiness, backhanded, you know, double dutching, back and forth. This is what this devil does. You know, he does it constantly. And it's crazy when you really think about it. This devil has made books. This devil has made movies about slavery, about all kind of stuff. And now he want to talk about, he want to say he don't want to talk about it in schools because it's going to make the white children feel bad for what they grandparents or what their parents do. Shoot, at the end of the day, them white kids, Esau Edom already knows their wickedness. They little 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds and 16-year-olds and 20-year-olds and whatever. They already know the wickedness of what their parents and grandparents did. Don't think they don't have photographs and they don't talk about the old days. And they grin and they smile. You know, when you think about it, how wicked they really are. They are a wicked ass race of people. Anyway, let's go on. You know, let's get Psalm 64 verse 5 and let's see what it says. And this is Psalms 64 verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? At the end of the day, what is Esau always doing? Pushing the agenda to cover up. Pushing the agenda to do other evil things. You know what I mean? To continue to keep doing evil and then say, who shall see them? Same as they doing now. It's a race theory when it's a racial fact. It is not a theory of what they did to us, you know, to the children of Israel. You know, even down to redlining, down to, if y'all think about the Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood. You think about all them pictures they showed, you know, with our people hanging in the trees. With our rods cut off, with the women's children cut from their stomachs, feeding our children to alligators. All that was a theory. That was not a theory. That is exactly what they did. And now they're trying to cover it up. That's all they are. That's all they try to do. I'm going to get another scripture because this is something that's going to happen to them. Since Esau's so worried, and this is what's coming for their children. This is Isaiah chapter 14 verse 21. And let's see what it says. And this is what's coming for Esau Edom's children. Since they want to cover up everything. Since they don't want their kids to know, and their kids already know what the deal really is. Hell, you got their kids calling Jakes niggers and everything else up under the sun, and they only 7, 8 years old. How do you think they learn that behavior? It ain't a theory. It's a fact of what they teach their children, that they are the better race. But they don't know these scriptures because they ain't shit. They're the bottom of the barrel. And the only reason why they on top right now is because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is allowing it. You know, let's get this. This is Isaiah chapter 14 verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. That is the end game for your kids, Esau Edom. They're going to pay for all the wickedness that your grandpappy did. And truthfully, this is reincarnation. So all y'all that did wickedness, y'all gonna be back. So when Yahweh Shai come, it's gonna be a total annihilation. Y'all gonna remember what y'all did. I am quite sure he gonna let y'all remember every damn person you cut, every child you killed, every woman you raped, and what your judgment shall be. I'll give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rahah Hadash. Hopefully it was edified. Salakia that I'm at the plantation. I don't know if you can really hear me, but Shalom.